Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. With the temperatures slightly dropping and football season officially underway, fall is here in Williamson County. I know we're all ready for a break from the scorching summer heat, and while it may be hard to visualize now, winter months are not too far off. In fact, Williamson County Parks and Recreation has already begun planning for winter sports, and we have several impending registration periods getting ready to start. Joining us today to walk us through our winter sport options is Assistant Athletics Administrator Amber Morris. Amber, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
It seems like not too long ago we had you in the studio to talk about fall sports and fall registrations. Now it's time to start gearing up for winter sports and winter registrations. But this is a seamless calendar from you all where you go from one season to the next. Next thing you know, we'll be talking about spring and then summer camps again. It really is a year-round calendar that you guys offer, and there's always something coming up now.
There is, and the thing is, we just have to plan so far in advance because of registration periods, and then, with youth sports, and we have to put teams together and order uniforms. I know nobody really wants to be thinking about winter when it's 90 degrees outside, but that's kind of just how we have to do it to keep that chain, or to keep that ball rolling.
It's the process. It's just a product of the process.
Yeah.
Well, let's start off talking about youth sports. One of the programs that has grown by leaps and bounds over the past couple of years has been the youth basketball program. And it's amazing when you look at the actual numbers of registered children who participate in the county-wide youth program now for basketball. Talk to us a little bit about the youth basketball program and what you've got coming up this fall and winter.
Well, basically kind of the way that youth basketball works is we have what we call rec associations. And so a lot of the rec associations will actually take their own registrations, create their teams, organize their practice schedules and all that kind of stuff. And then we as the county kind of oversee the whole program, making sure everything is running smoothly and everybody's following rules and that kind of stuff. So there are quite a few different rec associations. I think there's about 9 of them. But we actually take the registration for the individuals in the Franklin area. So in our program, we generally have about 350 kids, but for the county as a whole, there was more than 4,000 kids last year. So yeah, talking about numbers, it is a very, very large program. It's the largest program that we do for youth sports because we do for boys and for girls from 5 years old all the way up to 17 years old. So it kind of, is everything in between. We have rec divisions. We have an open division, which is like a competitive travel type team where they're playing by like middle school rules. So it's kind of a little bit for everybody, and all across the county, wherever you live, there is some sort of a program. And it works out quite well for us. We wouldn't be able to manage 4,000 kids on our own without the help of the rec association.
Exactly. Well, it takes a village.
Yeah.
And this is definitely a product of that village and the growth in it. Registration for the youth basketball program is going to start in mid-October. The leagues will start in November. There are various playing sites across Williamson County as well as practice locations as well. And there are a lot of people who partner with us to help make the youth basketball program possible.
Yeah,
so
one of those main people is Williamson County Schools, because we could not run this program without their assistance, because the majority of our practices and our games are actually being played in the Williamson County Schools. So we are so grateful that they are willing to kind of work with us and allow us to continue to be able to put this program on.
And this program goes into the beginning of the first quarter in the new year. It has a relatively low cost of just $100 for registration. So if you're looking for a basketball program for your 5 to 17-year-old boy or girl, this is it. We also do a program that Parks and Recreation accepts registration for out of our Fairview location as well for the Fairview youth teams. But information about the youth basketball program in general is available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. Another fun program that has a winter session as well is our Tiny Tots soccer program. Because Tiny Tots is so popular, it seems like we offer a new session every single quarter now, just to get more and more kids interested in the game of soccer.
And I'll tell you, this is one, Danielle Stewart is, she actually used to work all these camps, being a former collegiate soccer player. She now is our arena coordinator and saw this, I mean, there's just a major interest in it, and kind of a gap that we're missing is through the winter time. So we've added a new winter session, and what we've done is we've kind of changed the format of it, and it's going to be on Saturdays instead of on Wednesdays. So that way the individuals who are, working parents who can't bring their children because it's between 4 and 6 during the fall and the spring, they can attend with their children on Saturdays through the winter time. So kudos to her for kind of coming up with this idea, and again offering another session to the kids for a maybe slightly different demographic of individuals to be able to come and participate.
Exactly. So this is a great kind of introduction to soccer for young kids 3 to 6. The season will actually start in January. So go ahead and get registered. Registration will start mid-October. Go ahead and get registered, and then know that there is something after the holiday rush for your kids to enjoy, and some physical activity for them. It is held at the indoor arena at Crockett Park in Brentwood, and is the exact same cost that we started it at. When Tiny Tots started probably about 4 or 5 years ago, it was $35 a session, and we're still keeping it at $35 a session, just to be able to offer that kind of new experience to kids without it having to cost a lot of money.
Yeah, and that covers you for the full 6 weeks. And yeah, like you said, you don't really want to spend $100 to enroll your child into soccer and have no idea if they're even going to like it, and then they're stuck with it. So this is a great way for them to kind of get out there, learn the skills a little bit. It's really a lot of fun for the kids. They don't really understand that they're learning soccer. They play with the soccer ball, but they also play some fun games as well, like tag with the soccer ball. So they kind of get really creative in making it fun for the individuals.
Another soccer opportunity is our Boys Winter Soccer League. This is for more school-age based boys ages 8 to 14, and appropriate with their age. This is more of a soccer instructional clinic.
That's correct, yes. And what our goal was is to try to kind of take that little Tiny Tots clinics and develop it into, and give them the interest to participate in our boys soccer league. Once they kind of age out of the Tiny Tots program, they would be right in line with participating with the actual league, where there is, team formation. There's a couple of practices preseason, and then they actually play games. Whereas Tiny Tots is more just complete instruction.
It's just the next level. That gradual progression into the more formal version of the sport. Registration for the Boys Winter Soccer League is going to begin the end of October. The season actually has a couple of different days of the week when it plays. It's a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday league that will begin the first of the new year. So again, I know it seems a little odd to be thinking like I need to mark a registration date for mid-October on my calendar for something that's not going to start until January, but like we said earlier, it's part of the process to be able to do these things. And then once you register, just set your calendar reminder for the last week in December, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Moving over to the adults, our adult programs were really the backbone of the athletic division for many, many years, and still are some of the most popular athletic programs that we offer. I know it seems like a lot of times we talk about the surgence of youth sports, but these athletic adult leagues are still the tried and true in Williamson County, and one of those core programs that's been around as long as the department are our adult basketball leagues.
That's correct. And, Chris Gravely has done a fantastic job kind of tweaking the program a little bit and outlining the specific skill sets with descriptions of exactly what people can expect as far as the level of play. They offer a variety of different levels of play. So he's done a fantastic job trying to kind of get that, tweak it down to make it perfect for everybody. And I mean, I'm telling you, there is all kinds of levels, from high school experience to individuals who have to be at least 30. There's a 35 and over league where you have to be at least 35. So it's kind of for the older gentlemen,
right.
Not trying to compete against the college or fresh out of college age guys. So it's a great program. He gets great participation every year, and it kind of plays through the normal, what we would consider to be our basketball season. And they play over there at Academy Park in Franklin off of Columbia.
Mm-hmm. And this is a program that we're actually still accepting registration for the Fall League, for something that's going to start by the middle of October. So if you are interested, there are still a few spaces left to sign up for our Fall Adult Basketball program. Registration's going on through October the 7th, and then the league will start the week of October the 18th after fall break. So for those 35 and overs, who might have those school-age kids, don't worry, this is going to start after fall break. You can still go on that trip or that vacation and then be good for the fall basketball program. There's also a fall co-ed soccer program that's going to be playing at the Brentwood Arena.
And I'll tell you, for co-ed soccer in Brentwood, Wednesday nights is a staple. Every time that we finish the season, we roll right into the next season. And there are more and more teams that come out there to participate every year. They just really, really enjoy it. So we continue to offer that program to them. So this is just kind of their next season coming up. And their registration is going to go until October the 15th.
Yes. So for all of our interested people in soccer, more and more soccer.
Yeah.
People love playing soccer. This is also a league that's going to start the middle of October. It's going to start the week of the 18th as well. So again, plenty of time to fit this one into the calendar. And it, like the basketball program, keeps a reasonable team fee. There's not an individual participant fee with this program, but a team pays one fee together. For the soccer program, it's $465. And when you divide that out amongst your team members, you're still getting a great deal on that fall league. Another fun thing coming up at the indoor arena at Crockett Park in Brentwood, it's a very busy place this time of year, is our, I think, second annual winter indoor kickball tournament.
Yes, it is. They had such great participation the first year that they did it. They are going to try to incorporate kind of some extra fun activities while you're waiting to play your games. So maybe like a cornhole type board setup, maybe even a pizza party kind of thing. So they're still kind of working on some of the fun aspects of it. But yes, they are going to be doing a winter indoor kickball tournament on the soccer field there at Crockett Park. So it's going to be a really, really great event. And again, that is also very reasonable at $250 and that's a team registration. So you can have, I think they can take up to like 18 people if I'm not mistaken, but you can bring all your friends, join in, and act like a kid again.
Yeah.
That's the best part about kickball.
Well, it's been so interesting when the department started offering the adult kickball league at Fly Park a couple of years ago. I mean, people were coming out of the woodwork because it is something that we all find, very nostalgic, and that's something that we did growing up. And kickball is more of a game than a sport per se, and so it's not like, I mean, I wouldn't just sign up for a softball league tomorrow. You're like, oh, I haven't hit in years, I haven't thrown, I haven't, with the kickball, you're like, I feel like I can do this. Like, I'm going to be able to kick that ball and run around.
If not, you have a great time, like enjoying the experience, because it's one of those comical things. Even if you're not very good, you're still going to be out there and still going to have a good time.
Have a good time, have fun. And then the thing that I love about these tournaments is it just kind of takes all that little fun and kind of compacts it into a nice little weekend package. So it's something fun to do with your family and friends on a weekend, but you're not committing to a multiple week league, where every, this one night of the week we're always having to go to. Fits nicely on that fall calendar with all your other activities and events, so you can still play in your basketball league and your soccer league and everything else, and still have something fun to do.
And what they did was they set it for the weekend before Thanksgiving, so that they can also possibly draw in some of the college kids who might be coming home, or you have to be an adult, but there may be some other groups of individuals who want to get together to participate in this activity because most people are going to be off for the week of Thanksgiving.
Right.
So it gives them an opportunity to come home and play a little fun game.
Play a little fun game. So that's going to be November 18th through the 20th. Information about it is also available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. We do need to take a quick break. When we come back there, we're going to talk about more upcoming winter league options with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about winter athletic league options with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. We've talked about a lot of things already so far for the youth this winter with bringing back the youth basketball program, a new session of winter tiny tots, and then the winter boys soccer league. We talked a little bit about some adult sports and some fall opportunities that we have with the adult basketball program and a soccer league there as well, plus the second annual indoor kickball tournament. So one of the programs that's really kind of like what we were saying about Tiny Tots earlier, you know, we end one session, we start a next one, we end one session, we start a next one, is the indoor volleyball program. It's something that's really become a staple at the Franklin Recreation Complex now, and we keep volleyball leagues programmed year-round through that facility. Registration is going to be starting in the middle of November for the winter session that will begin the first part of 2017. But talk to us a little bit about the volleyball program and what's going on with it.
You know, it kind of offers a variety of different levels. Kind of a theme running within the Parks and Rec department, specifically in athletics, is we have a couple different levels. So there's a co-ed division where they'll play with 6 individuals, so 3 men, 3 women. And we also have a women's league, and they play with 4 at a time. And in each of those 2 divisions, they have a recreational level and then a more advanced level. So kind of depending on what you and your team and their specific skill set is, you can kind of register for that appropriate level. But volleyball is another one where you don't really have to be that good to go out and enjoy it. There's less skill involved than, you know, in baseball or softball. You may have to learn how to pitch, or you have that hand-eye coordination with batting or whatever. With volleyball, basically you serve the ball over the net. It can be underhand, can be overhand, doesn't really matter. And then after that, anything's fair game. Just, you know, you can bounce the ball back and forth, you know, constantly, or you can actually be setting up plays and that kind of stuff. So the more advanced levels are actually going to be setting up the bump set spikes. The more recreational levels may just be bouncing back and forth. Totally fine. It's an enjoyable experience no matter what level you have, what level you are. Even if you are not fantastic, but your team is halfway decent, you can still go out there and enjoy the game. It's just a really, really fun game. And at the end of each season, if you win, you get a t-shirt, kind of similar to most of our sports. So that's what I think brings a lot of people back, is just that drive to, hey, let's get a t-shirt this time. Because they do design some fantastic t-shirts, and we've moved to a dry fit style shirt, and boy, they're nice. So
nice
different levels, and for only $200 for your whole team to register for an entire season, man, is it cheap.
Exactly. So we talked about the Women's Quad League and the co-ed 6s. There's also going to be a Trinity co-ed volleyball league this year for 6s as well. And is that going to be co-ed too?
That will be co-ed, and that is a very recreational level. It's kind of an introduction to our main program over at the Franklin Recreation Complex, but it's something that we've been doing for years. It actually started, I'm actually not even sure when it started, but it's been going on for quite a few years now. It started with a lot of the Trinity elementary school teachers having an interest in volleyball, we put a league together for them, and most of them still play today. Some of them have retired, but they still come back and they play in that league. So kind of an opportunity to continue to play, but it is a recreational level only.
So it's just something fun to do. The Women's Quad League plays on Sunday afternoons. The Co-Ed Sixes plays on Thursday nights. The Trinity Volleyball program, what day of the week is that on?
It's on Sundays.
On Sundays as well. So a couple different options and opportunities for anyone interested in playing volleyball in the winter. And then we'll move on into some more of our ongoing type programs, and we'll start off with tennis. They are, I don't think they ever break now. It's just rolling from one session to the next clinic session to the next league session to the one thing they stopped doing are the tournaments after the fall.
Yeah, that's true.
But they have actually 3 separate sessions of winter tennis clinic sessions that they're going to be offering, as well as a really robust winter league option. I know the lottery for the leagues is always very popular, and there's a lot that happens in getting set up for all of that. But walk us through a little bit of like some of the winter tennis clinics and how some of those are going to be set up.
Well, for the kind of the unique thing about the winter season is we are not able to offer the wide gamut of classes because simply they all have to be indoors, and we only have
a certain number of indoor spaces.
Right, and a certain number of hours of the day. So what they do is they try to kind of blend it and mix it between adults and junior programming, but they also have to kind of mix in all of the league schedules as well. So there's daytime and evening leagues. There's daytime and evening clinics, so it's just kind of a variety of different activities. But what they try to do for the clinics, they'll break them down into 3 separate sessions, and they'll open up the registrations. Typically, they open up about a month or so before the session begins. And you can register, you come for that whole thing, and most of the time they kind of stay fairly consistent from one session to the next. So if you get in and you really like it, you can continue for the rest of the winter. If you are not so fond of one class, you can switch it to another class after anywhere from like 6 to 8 weeks. So it's really kind of a great setup, and there is, for both juniors and adults, there's all kinds of different levels involved as well, and that's both for the league and for clinics. So, I mean, it's really, really great program. They've done a fantastic job trying to offer, getting with the pros and making sure that they're offering classes for everyone at a variety of different times. And skill levels.
That's always important. Registration for the first session of winter tennis clinics will actually begin the end of September, and those clinics will start the week of October 24th. Session 2, registration will start for it December the 2nd, and the actual clinics session will start in the new year, the week of January the 9th. Third session, registration starts for it January 17th, and then the season starts the end of February and goes through till the spring. So like you said, a lot of options if it's something that you're interested in, but maybe one session just doesn't fit with your calendar. There is multiple opportunities throughout the winter season to try to fit one of these clinic sessions into your schedule.
Right.
And I love the flexibility in it as well. If you start out in one clinic and you love it, great. You have the option of carrying that clinic through the entire winter session. But maybe say you advance within the clinic itself and you want to move up to another level, or if something in your personal life changes and you need a different day of the week or something like that, there's the opportunity to adjust that within the clinic sessions themselves to meet those demands.
Yeah.
Which is great. The leagues themselves, there's men's and women's singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. Always a ton of opportunity for people to play. What you said, it is a slightly restricted schedule from the spring, summer, and fall, just because of the number of courts that we have. But a wonderful league program that they run as often as possible with the morning and the night leagues. They play every day of the week and try to get in as many tennis players as they want to participate. We do still have one last tournament of the season season this fall. The Natchez Trace Hard Court Championships will be taking place in Williamson County September the 16th through the 18th. Registration deadline is September the 11th, so you do still have a little bit of time if you're interested in playing in this adult tennis tournament. Singles, doubles, and mixed double competition are offered, and for more information, you can visit our website at wcparksandrec.com. Registration's also available for all these programs through our website as well, so try to make it a one-stop shop for you to get your calendar set. In the last few minutes that we have, we do just briefly want to touch base on some of the other ongoing non-registration based programs that the athletic division offers. There are great opportunities for people to play maybe what they don't think of as more of the well-known sports, but to still have that opportunity just to get out every now and then, try something new out, still stay physical, still stay active. You guys have a wonderful table tennis program that plays multiple nights of the week in multiple locations all across Williamson County in Parks and Recreation Facility gymnasiums. There's a great pickleball program that also plays multiple days of the week at different times in different locations. That has been a lot of fun for tons of people involved. And then your fencing program as well, which a lot of people are like, wait, you do that too? Well, we do try to offer something for everyone. And so, yes, there's a great fencing program as well. I know these have been really popular programs, but tell us a little bit about just how you've noticed their growth trending.
You know, all of the table tennis specifically, I don't know if it was the Olympics or just the fact that table tennis itself is growing, but the table tennis numbers, I mean, they are just astronomical in comparison to where they were kind of when they started. And that kind of goes to show you, because same thing with pickleball, actually, the next best sport, the next major game. They basically, they kind of started out at one location. We got super interested, lots of people coming, more interest, so we were able to add another location, another day, another time. And Alex with the table tennis program has done a fantastic job. He is a certified table tennis instructor, so he actually can help teach lessons while you're there participating, and it's only $3. So every time you come to play, you pay $3 and you can stay for the entire time. For pickleball, it's regular admission rates apply, and it's kind of a community at pickleball. So there's always somebody that's willing to teach you the game, give you lessons, give you tips and pointers and all that kind of stuff. So, you go and you play open play and you think you're just going to go out there and play and not get to know these people, but you do get to know them. If you have questions, they will be more than happy to provide any kind of information, any tournaments they're playing, other locations that you can play at. They're a wealth of knowledge.
And we don't have time to go into all the specifics for these now, but if you are interested in the open table tennis or pickleball programs or how to register for the fencing, you can find more information again through our website at wcparksandrec.com. Amber, I want to thank you for joining us today. It's always a great time having you here. You provide us with a wealth of information. We wish you all the best with your fall and winter leagues.
Thank you.
All right, in closing today, I do want to remind you all, Williamson County Parks and Recreation is continually looking for lifeguards at our indoor pool locations in Brentwood, Franklin, and Spring Hill. If you have certification and are interested in a part-time job, you can apply online through the Williamson County government website at williamsoncounty-tn.gov. If you do not have certification, but you're thinking that you would like to be a lifeguard, Williamson County Parks and Recreation will be holding a 4-day lifeguard certification course during fall break, Thursday, October the 6th through Monday, October the 10th at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. In-person registration is only accepted for this type of program, and it'll begin at 12 noon on Saturday, September the 10th at the Indoor Sports Complex. For additional information, you can visit our website or contact our aquatic staff at the Indoor Sports Complex at 615-370-3471, extension 2122. Thank you guys for joining us today. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.